Hey guys, good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL Inspirations for Your Life. I'm so glad that you decided to join me tonight. This is May 30th, 2024. We only have one more day left in the month, and that is May 31st, which is tomorrow, guys. So thank you so much for being here, whether you're here at 8 o'clock p.m., 8 o'clock a.m., 3 a.m., 3 p.m., or maybe even 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. It doesn't really matter. Thank you so much for being here, for religiously coming, for supporting my channel, and for commenting. Really do appreciate that. Be sure to go to believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. And I know that you definitely will really appreciate that. So I definitely want to let you guys know that I am very grateful for all of you being here with me and continuing to watch the show and hopefully soaking up some great nuggets. That's really the important thing. So again, thank you so much for being here. And we have a great show here tonight. I bet you're wondering what it's about. So we've been talking all week about something very important. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is this topic, this master topic. And the master topic is, ladies and gentlemen, embracing the power of stop and start. So that's what we've been talking about, and we're continuing to talk about all week. We started with Saturday, and we're rolling all the way through the master topic, and we're finishing up on a Friday. So that is very important, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope that you will definitely find this show to be not only engaging, but helping you to take a leap in what it is that you do every single day to become a little bit better. All right, so our granular topic is stop worrying about failure, start embracing learning. Series 3, Show 22, episode number 6. Wow. All right, and so that's the topic for tonight. Remember how I told you we have the granular topics? And so redefine failure is the first thing I want to talk about. When you think about redefine failure, you're probably saying to myself, oh my gosh, like, I don't even know like what that means. I don't know what that really means. Well, what it means is something easy. Okay. Don't see failure as a problem. See it as a learning experience. And I want to tout into Tom Hopkins. He has some amazing things, and I'm just going to name a couple of them because I've been to boot camp several times. I never see failure as failure, but only as a way to practice my technique and perfect my performance. I never see failure as failure, but only as a game I must play to win. I never see failure as failure, but only as an opportunity for me to suit up and be ready to play. I never see failure as failure, but only as an opportunity to laugh at myself. Pretty cool. Those are just a couple of them. So when we change our mindset to embrace the concept of failure isn't failure. Failure is really just that learning pedal that we're on, and we're exploring that as we move every single day. Now, when we think about failure, we all get a little bit frazzled, I should say. So what we have to learn how to do is to take calculated risks. Step out of your comfort zone a little bit, embrace opportunities for growth, and take a risk. Now, there's a difference between what we call a calculated risk and just taking a willy-nilly risk, right? So a calculated risk means you understand what could happen if it goes wrong, right? But you're willing to give it a shot. You know that if you put the effort forward, it's going to make sense. So take calculated risks. Step out of your comfort zone. Embrace opportunities to grow. That is the most important thing. That's the most important thing. And I'll tell you that right now. It is the most important thing, because if it's the most important thing, then it'll mean something to you. Does that make sense? And I know you're probably saying, oh my gosh, that's kind of crazy, but I want to be truthful with you. I want to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, that failure stops people dead in their track because they get scared. They don't know how to adapt. They don't know how to change. And so they put the blame on other people because they're not ready to take that step. Okay? They're not ready. And that's a pretty important thing, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very important thing. So now I want to move on to the next point, which is adopt a growth mindset. Adopt a growth mindset. Focus on the whole idea of continuous learning and improving. I always say that if you're breathing, you should be learning. And believing that abilities can be developed through hard work. You know my slogan, believemeachieve.com. Definitely check out all that great insight. And knowing that you can adopt a growth mindset by saying, okay, I know this is where I am today, and I know that each day I'm getting better. Or I know, let's say something's really hard. I can say, look, I know that each day I'm starting to understand this task more and becoming more efficient. Or I know that each day I'm starting to like this task more. Whatever it is, something that gives you a little push, all right? Learn from your mistakes. Analyze what went wrong. You know, don't kill yourself over, but just analyze what went wrong and say, what could be improved? Use the knowledge to avoid similar pitfalls in the future. Use the learning milestones so that you can adjust and tweak, right? When a lot of people regroup after a meeting or an event and they want to sit down and talk, it's like they're not trying to just learn. They're like trying to beat everybody up about the mistakes. Well, you didn't do this, and this is what this happened. Okay, so next time we need to make sure that someone's at the front. Don't talk about who didn't do it. Let's just talk about the things we need to do. That is so vital, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I cannot express to you how vital it is to mean this in your life. I mean, I think that is a very, very cool thing. And I will tell you that this is an amazing, amazing thing. And so if you embrace the whole concept of knowing that a mistake is something you can learn from, it changes our frame of mind. And when we know that we can learn from something, it's like the mistake didn't seem so bad. It's like, I'm actually glad I made that mistake. I could tell you a couple of those. So let's say, I'll give you a perfect example. So I have friends that have asked me to do things for them, right? And I have other people that want to just say to become my friend because, like, oh, if they become my friend, they think then that they can just abuse me. Now, my friends don't do that, but like I had a couple people online. I have people, whether they're in this country, other countries, like, oh, I really like your profile. I want to get to know you. And of course, I'm very grateful. And, you know, I want to have a talk. I want to see if you can help me. And I'm like, well, I'm not willing to help you for free. So I say that in a nice way because I want them to understand that and I charge my friends. And they're like, well, you haven't gotten to know me yet. And what I've learned in the past is I've gotten burned. So when I smell something like that, I cut it off right at the pass. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. And then when they keep pushing, I block them. So that only happens because I have a self-love for myself. And that I know that when I do that, I am protecting myself. That's what I'm doing. I'm protecting myself. All right. Another thing you want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is celebrate effort. Yes, celebrate effort. Recognize and celebrate the effort and progress you make, regardless of the outcome. Because effort takes a lot of work, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta be honest, it takes a lot of work. Okay? I mean a lot of work. Another important thing to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to, what do you think? Seek feedback. And not just any feedback. I want you to seek feedback that is going to be constructive feedback. Now, that might sound crazy, but it's feedback that you can learn from, not feedback that's going to antagonize you or say, you know what, you're worthless or you're this or you're that. No, see, that's not feedback. That's somebody that's trying to abuse you. Okay, that is not feedback. So learn the difference. Consistent constructive feedback does not attack a person. It talks about the behavior and how when we do this event again next year or next week, we need to make sure that everyone's on board. I don't single anybody out. And that when this happens, we need to make sure that everybody's around to be on deck for this. Or like they talk about in the restaurant. Now, I know I was in the restaurant industry. Sometimes they'll say, well, gee, when this happens, we all got to be here. And that's fine. That's very professional. But if you do it another way and you say, you know what, I don't think I can do this, or I'm going to start attacking the person, now you're starting to be unprofessional. Stay persistent. Okay? Maintain your resilience and your persistence in the face of challenges, and understand that the setbacks are all part of the journey. They are all part of the journey. That's it. They're all part of that journey. So stay persistent. Surround yourself with supportive people. Okay? If you cannot do that, you're going to get very frustrated very often. So surround yourself with supportive people, engage with mentors, peers, communities, groups that encourage and foster learning and growth. If somebody tries to put you down, don't get upset about it. Just don't hang around those people anymore. You can even say something like, hey, I used to like to hang around with you. Well, I don't want to hang with you. But why? I want to hang around people who are going to be supportive. Well, you got a dumb idea, and that's why I'm saying that. Right, and that's why I don't want to hang around you anymore, because I need people that are supportive. Reflect regularly. This is a hard one for some people. Take time to reflect on your experience and what you've learned, foster the continuous personal and professional development. You see, everyone thinks that, they know everything, even in my industry. So you have to embrace the fact that we're always learning. And if we're always learning, then we are open to the fact that reflecting regularly can actually make our lives better. Now, the people that don't want to reflect, I'll tell you why. It's because they believe they know everything and that they don't want to be given any feedback. Consistent constructive feedback is very, very, very key. All right? I mean extremely, extremely key. And so by being key, I mean it's got to be like a paramount point. So when you do something, you reflect on it, you think about it, and you don't harp on it, but you just reflect and say, okay, I did this today, or, maybe it was something simple like maybe you have a paper route. I know when I had a paper route when I was younger. Okay, so how could I do this? So this route was a little challenging. I had these dogs. I had these people that didn't pay. How can I do this route better next week? How can I make sure that I don't have to keep going back to get paid because they weren't around? How do I make sure of that? Well, one thing I can do is when it's Friday, I make sure that I get the check when I leave the paper. If they don't leave me the money, I don't leave them the paper. And then I come back later and ask them for the money. And then I give them their paper. And so you got to find out what works for you. So that's a really cool one. The last point, and this is one a lot of people fail to do, even if you're not an artist, you still have to do it. Document your journey. Yes, life is an amazing journey. And keep a record of your challenges, your learnings, your successes. When you reach certain milestones, track your progress and stay motivated. Many people get frustrated because they set a bar that's way up here, but they never try to get up to, like, if they start at 1 pound, they try to go to 100 pounds. They don't have any intermediary points. And they get upset with themselves because they've never lifted their lives before, or they've never done weight loss in their life before. And they're all upset that they can't lose all this weight, but they never built a momentum. In success, you have to realize that you are worthy. Okay, you are worthy. And if you are worthy, then that means that you have a lot of potential in your life. And so you only earn what you believe you're worth. So when you keep stepping up your value, that's when other people will pay you more. I had a client not too long ago tell me, well, gee, you're expensive. And I wasn't nasty about it. But they came back and said, I can get college kids to do it for X. I said, okay, well, we're not college kids. And now you want the work. And you also want not for us to just do the work. You want us to actually give you what we've designed so you can actually do it yourself without us next time. And I said, it's more for that. And when they said, well, gee, we can just get our person. I said, okay, fine. You can get them to do that. And then we'll just charge you for X. So I think a lot of people try to lowball you. And you have to remember that you are worthy. Let me tell you that again. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. I am 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 worthy of making millions of dollars. Why? Because that's who I am. You have to believe in these things. If you don't, you're going to get yourself into trouble. Now, I don't mean a bad trouble, but I mean a trouble that is going to prevent you from doing things in your life. Okay? It's going to prevent you from doing things in your life. And if it prevents you from doing things in your life, then that could be a really, really, really big problem. How big of a problem? Pretty big problem. The problem that could actually make it so that you are not able to do what you need to do because you're getting stuck in the middle. You're getting stuck in the middle, and it's nobody's fault, ladies and gentlemen, except for you. So people that don't take accountability, people that don't own into their mistakes or own into what happens, or they blame this person or blame that person, that's a serious problem for me. And that problem means that you're not going to be able to do what you need to do. That's really the issue. So document everything. Tonight, we talked about a lot of points. Remembering our master topic of the week is embracing the power of stop and start, Series 3, Show 22. We talked about tonight's granular topic, stop worrying about failure and start embracing learning, Series 3, Show 22, episode number 6. First, we need to redefine failure, because failure is not failure. Take calculated risks. Adopt a growth mindset. Learn from mistakes. Celebrate any amount of effort you put forth. Seek feedback, constructive feedback, that is. Stay persistent. Surround yourself with supportive people. You don't need negative people. Reflect regularly and document your journey. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am by now. Of course you do, but if you don't, I'll be happy to tell you. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, been a pleasure, been an honor to be with you this fantastic, amazing evening. I hope that you will like, love, support my channel. Definitely comment below. Share this out with everyone you know on social media. Be sure to follow me on all my great stuff, including TikTok. And I'll get you guys tomorrow with the wrap-up of this entire week, which will be Show 22, episode number 7. Have yourself a fantastic night, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Okay, everyone? Be well. And remember, the choice to do this lies with you. So start now.